Hey folks, Dr. Gerstmar from Aspire Natural Health. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you happen to be listening to this. I hope you're having a great day. Just a short one from me today, ruminating on the silver lining of big symptoms. The silver lining of big symptoms. Now look, having big symptoms, having big pain, whether that's actual physical pain or whether that is the hassle, the trouble, the annoying, irritating symptoms of digestive issues or autoimmunity and the impact that it's having on your life, whether that's in your relationships, your work life, your personal life, your activities of daily living, the impact that it's having. When we have big symptoms, we have big disruption, whether that means getting stuck in the bathroom, whether that means not being able to go out with family or friends, whether that means our job is in peril or our relationships are being disrupted by these. These things are hugely disruptive to our lives. They cause us a lot of physical, mental, and emotional pain. But there are some silver linings which can at least help us when we're suffering with these symptoms. So the first silver lining to this is motivation. Look, the reality is human beings, we are not very motivated to be preventative. We are more motivated by pain and loss than we are by gain. So this has been shown over and over again in financial studies and trials that they've done to try and understand people's motivation. After all, think about it. Look, if I said, here is an opportunity to make $10,000. Ooh, that sounds nice. I mean, who doesn't want $10,000? But if I said, on the other hand, your car is about to be repossessed, unless you come up with $10,000, they're going to come to your house and take away your car, and you're not going to have a car to go to work and do the things you want to. Which one of those is going to motivate you more? Well, over and over and over again, obviously, they've shown that getting $10,000 to keep your car from getting repossessed is going to be more motivating than gaining an extra $10,000 in your life. Similarly, when we talk about preventative medicine, not getting sick, not having a heart attack, not getting cancer, not suffering with digestive issues or autoimmunity, all of us pay lip service to that. Of course, I don't want those things, but they're generally not very motivating for us unless we have one of those big moments, a friend or family member gets sick, or we have a brush with those experiences. Generally, they're not going to motivate us. The good side, the silver lining of having big symptoms, is it does put us in that place where we have a lot of motivation. So maybe we've had small niggling symptoms for a good while. In fact, most of the people that come and see us for digestive issues or autoimmunity, we're able to trace those digestive issues and autoimmunity over years and sometimes decades for people. Small little niggling symptoms came up. But again, no shame, blame, or guilt here. But people noticed them and they ignored them. They brushed them under the cover. They said, tomorrow, I'll go ahead and start dealing with them. And now those symptoms are big, and that disruption is big, and that motivation is high. So one of the silver linings we can take from big symptoms is that it's now finally time to deal with it. Great. Harness that motivation. Use that motivation. Get to work and make some of those changes that have been necessary for a while, but now are truly and deeply necessary. All right, the second silver lining of big symptoms is simply that it is much easier to tell if the thing that you're doing, whether that's a diet change, whether that's taking supplements, whether that's taking medications, whatever, or having a surgery or any other type of therapy that you're looking at doing, it is much, much easier to tell if it's working. I mean, if you're in the bathroom going 10 times a day, you make a change, you try a thing, and now you're only going twice a day. It's pretty darn obvious that that thing that you did had a big positive impact on what's going on. The other negative, or you can look at it, the thing that makes it harder, when our symptoms are small or even if we're doing preventative medicine, it can be much more difficult to tell if the things that we're doing, the diet change or the lifestyle change or the supplements or the medication or whatever it might be, is having an impact. After all, that's one of the reasons that people struggle so much a lot of times with taking things like high blood pressure medicine or anti-diabetes medicines, is the symptoms can be small. It can be hard to tell if the effort that you're putting out there, the time you're spending, or the money you're spending is actually doing anything. The positive silver lining of big symptoms is that it's really obvious if the things you're doing are making a difference. So the two silver linings that we can take away from big symptoms are, one, they provide us with a lot of motivation. And now we can take that opportunity and use that motivation to make the changes. The second silver lining is because the symptoms are big, it is much, much easier to know if the therapies that we're doing are actually effective. Now, the other side of all this is, simply put, when those symptoms get less, a lot of that motivation can evaporate, and it can become much harder to know if the changes that we're making are really significant for us. This is one of the issues that we run into. Phase one of helping someone is getting symptoms under control. And this is often where symptoms are at their worst. This is putting a Band-Aid on top of things. And this is where people run into the first major hurdle, which is, simply put, when symptoms get better, whether that's taking a medication, making a diet change, taking supplements, doing whatever it is that someone has done, when symptoms get better, often people want to stop. Well, I'm not going to the bathroom 10 times a day anymore. I think I'm good. I don't want to continue making diet changes, spending time, spending money, spending energy to make these changes, which means that the root causes are never properly dealt with. And just like weeds in your yard, you can just pluck the tips of the weeds out, look at your yard and go, great, no more weeds, right? We all know what's going to happen, though. In short order, those weeds are going to be back because the roots never got pulled out. This is where we see a lot of issues for people. They take care of the symptoms. They don't actually go after the root causes of what's going on. So look, bottom line here is having big symptoms sucks. It does. But there's a couple of silver linings that we can take from that. The first is we have great motivation to make change. The second is it's much, much more obvious whether the things that we are doing are helping or improving our symptoms. So just another way to reframe when we have big symptoms. We can use it to our advantage to make changes and know the things that we're doing are helping. All right, folks, that is it for me today. Listen, your next steps are to go to the website and get one or more of our free reports that are there. These are great reports packed with tremendous information. We've had many people tell us that by reading the reports and putting the information into practice in their lives, that they've been able to transform their lives. After all, our goal at Aspire Natural Health is to guide and support people dealing with digestive issues and autoimmunity to living bigger and better lives. All you need to do is go to the website, www.aspirenaturalhealth.com, and click on the free reports button. That's aspirenaturalhealth.com. Click on the free reports button, ASPIRE naturalhealth.com, and click on the free reports button. All right, folks, that is it for me today. Until next time, take care.